Chapter 2. The next day, Mr. Wilson bought a pen, some ink, and some paper, and went to the Red-Headed League. He thought about the job. Could it be real? It seemed foolish to copy an encyclopedia. But, to his surprise, when he arrived at the office, Mr. Ross was waiting for him. So, Mr. Wilson sat at the table and started work. He copied information from the encyclopedia into a book until 2 o'clock. Then he went home. Mr. Wilson went to the office every day, and at the end of the week, he received his pay of £4. The work was easy, and he was very content. This continued for 8 weeks. One day, he went to the office, but it was locked. There was a letter on the door that said, "The Red-Headed League has closed." Mr. Wilson didn't know what to do. He asked the landlord why the office was closed, but the landlord said that he didn't know. He said that he didn't know Mr. Ross or the Red-Headed League. It was a mystery, and Mr. Wilson wanted Sherlock Holmes to solve it. Holmes asked Mr. Wilson some questions about his assistant, Mr. Spaulding. After Mr. Wilson left, Holmes asked Dr. Watson to go to a violin concert with him that evening. On the way, they could go past Mr. Wilson's shop. When they arrived, Holmes walked up to the shop and hit the ground with his walking stick 3 or 4 times. Dr. Watson thought this was very unusual. Then Holmes knocked on the shop door. A young man answered, and Holmes asked him how to get to the concert. "Did you knock on the door so that you could see the young man who works for Mr. Wilson?" asked Dr. Watson. "No. I didn't want to see the man. I wanted to see the knees of his trousers," replied Holmes. Dr. Watson thought that was a very unusual answer. He didn't understand. But Holmes didn't explain. He was looking carefully at the different houses and shops behind Mr. Wilson's shop. There was a newspaper shop, a bank, and a restaurant. Then it was time to go to the concert, so the 2 men left.